Best stocks to buy now. Buying a stock is easy, but buying the right stock without a proven strategy is incredibly difficult. What are the best stocks to buy now or to put on a watch list? With fears of high inflation and the Federal Reserve aggressively tightening rates, market action has been challenging so far in 2022. The Russian invasion of Ukraine also continues to weigh on the markets. Welcome back to our YouTube channel Shareholdr. In today's video, we are going to talk about the best stocks to buy now. Neurocrine Biosciences stock. NBIX shares are currently in a buying zone above a fixed base of 109.36. The relative strength line has just hit a new high. Shares in Neurocrine Biosciences previously returned to just above the 10-week line, an encouraging sign. It managed to stay above this key level after a recent test. There are reasons for optimism. First, biotech stocks are currently showing strength, with the industry group ranking 5th out of 179 groups, followed by IBD. The NBIX stock is doing well overall, highlighted by its very strong IBD composite score of 97. Earnings are strong. Its EPS score came in as 81 out of 99, which is in the top 7% of followed stocks. Analysts expect earnings to resume growth in 2023, with EPS rising for the full year, 91%. The company recently eliminated a high-profile treatment for essential tremor. Typically, such a move would sink a biotech stock. Instead, NBIX shares rose. It kept most of these gains, even as Wall Street felt the pangs of a lower-than-expected employment report and continued concern over rising interest rates. This is perhaps due to the fact that it has many other potential winners in the pipeline, according to analysts. Mizuho security analyst Oi Ir notes that Neurocrine is also testing the same drug that has failed to help patients with essential tremor and patients with a pediatric form of epilepsy. He expects the first test results from that effort earlier this year. Additionally, Neurocrine is expected to petition U.S. regulators soon to approve Ingrezza for Huntington's disease patients with motor complications. Neurocrine has also begun to do studies on schizophrenia and an unknown disease this year. The company may have also studied results for depression and seizure treatments next year. Eli Lilly stock. According to the MarketSmith's analysis, LLY shares are just below a flat bottom buying zone after previously exceeding an ideal buy point of 335.43. The stocks have returned to their 50-day moving average, a bullish sign. The relative strength line is also close to new highs. Eli Lilly shares have done very well in the stock market. In fact, it is in the top 6% of stocks in terms of price movements over the past 12 months. Diversified medical stocks are also seeing solid gains. It currently has an EPS rating of 86 out of 99. Analysts are particularly interested in its Mounjaro and donanemabir drugs. Lilly already has approval for Mounjaro in patients with type 2 diabetes, but the company is also testing it in patients with obesity and related cardiovascular metabolic conditions. Lilly is also working on Alzheimer's with donanemabir. Mounjaro is the first of its kind. It targets two hormones related to blood sugar control. The Food and Drug Administration approved it for treatment of diabetes in May. Mounjaro may be the greatest drug in history, UBS analyst Colin Bristol said in a report Tuesday. He also sees Lilly's actions as the best way to play rival Biogen's upcoming data in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Bristol upgraded LLY's stock to a buy and raised its price target from $363 to $335. It's just one part of a suite of diabetes drugs sold by Eli Lilly. Mounjaro is becoming a more important part of the group. For the week ending September 16th, Mounjaro's prescriptions accounted for 22% of all Lilly's diabetes medications, according to SVB securities analyst David Risinger. However, he also said that shares of LLY's most popular diabetes treatment, Trulicity, continued to grow despite Mounjaro's early strong uptake. Lilly spokesperson Kristen Basu said a Phase 3 study aims to confirm the benefits of donanemabir in mid-2023. Lilly emerged recently after Biogen reported excellent results from late-stage studies for a similar drug for Alzheimer's. Exxon stock. ExxonMobil shares have formed a handle with consolidation. It is now just above your ideal buy point of 103.42. It resumed the 50-day moving average higher after finding support on the 200-day line. The relative strength line remains near new highs and is on the upside. ZOM stocks have a perfect IBD composite rate of 99. Stock market performance is bullish, up 63% year to date. Improved earnings performance lends further credit to a bullish outlook for ExxonMobil stock. Oil prices as the West moved away from Russian supply, topping $130 a barrel. U.S. crude oil futures recently plummeted to $80, the lowest level since January, but then rebounded earlier this month as OPEC and key allies agreed to drastically cut production by 2 million barrels a day. XOM and other oil stocks were supported after the surge in crude oil futures. Exxon also posted a bullish update for the third quarter. Then, last week, oil prices fell amid renewed demand concerns. This allowed XOM shares to form its control. Headquartered in Irving, Texas, Exxon is diversified across much of the oil and gas spectrum. Operations range from the exploration and production of crude oil and natural gas to refining and marketing of fuels and petrochemicals. Exxon is one of the largest publicly traded companies in the energy sector. Such diversity can reduce volatility, but natural gas and gasoline prices have also fallen significantly. Earnings of ExxonMobil rose 276% to $4.14 per share in the second quarter. Sales increased 70% to $115.7 billion. The oil major said this increase was mainly driven by low supply and high demand for oil, natural gas, and refined products. ExxonMobil is reporting compressed markets in most of its business segments, including refined products like gasoline, Wood said during a second quarter earnings call. Capex totaled $4.6 billion in the quarter and $9.5 billion year-to-date in 2022. The company said capital expenditures are in line with its full-year potential of $21 billion to $24 billion. The company resumed buybacks in January, announcing $10 billion at the time. On April 26, Exxon has raised the recoverable resource estimate of its Stabroek block off the coast of Guyana to 11 billion barrels of oil equivalent, thanks to 3 new discoveries at the site. The previous estimate was 10 billion barrels, but Exxon, like other oil companies, appeals to ESG investors by allocating funds to develop new business models to tackle climate change. Exxon announced $15 billion in investments of its low-carbon solutions business. Cardinal Health stock. Cardinal Health has formed a new fiat base with an ideal entry point of 72.38. This is a first-stage model. The stock is moving higher after retesting its 50-day and 10-week moving averages. It previously showed gains after bouncing off these levels for the first time since a breakout in early August. Market conditions increase the risk of any purchase. The RS line in particular is impressive for CAH stocks. Overall, it has peaked since the beginning of July and is recovering strongly after a short decline. Cardinal Health has attracted the attention of institutional investors lately. In total, 55% of its shares are held by funds. Highly rated holders include DFATA US Core Equity 2 Fund and SEI Institutional Investments Trust Dynamic Asset Allocation Fund. Overall performance is strong, with a composite score of 93. Earnings are not ideal, but the last quarter ended a 5-quarter period of declining earnings per share, making it a less volatile growth stock. It found support after a high-volume breakout from a cut base in August. The breakout marks the Cardinal's best short-term action in years. Tell us in the comments section your view on this topic. That's it for today's video. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.